Dawn breaks on the jungle cabin. A lone girl sharpens her knives, unaware that eyes watch her from the trees. Morning mist blankets the forest. Hyenas snarl softly in the distance, sensing movement. Inside the cabin, weapons hang on walls. She loads her rifle with precise, careful movements. A black leopard slinks between shadows, eyes glinting, circling the cabin. She steps outside, checking her jeep. The forest is eerily quiet, too quiet. Hyenas shift positions unseen, their low growls vibrating through the ground. She sits in her jeep, gripping the steering wheel, listening to distant snapping branches. The leopard leaps across a tree, landing silently behind thick foliage. Her eyes narrow as a snake slides over the cabin roof, hissing quietly. She grabs her binoculars, scanning the jungle canopy with a trained eye. Hyenas move closer, coordinated, testing her patience. She fires a warning shot, and the creatures momentarily retreat. The black leopard crouches low, preparing to pounce. She exits the jeep, aiming her rifle steadily, tension crackling in the air. The snake coils menacingly on a branch, eyes fixed on her movement. Hyenas circle, growls rising to a dangerous crescendo. She scans her weapons, deciding between rifle, knife, or flare gun. The leopard moves silently, blending with the shadows. Her finger hovers on the trigger as branches snap closer. The snake drops from the branch, narrowly missing her shoulder. She jumps back, rolling, keeping her rifle trained on the forest edge. Hyenas close in from the left, snarling, teeth glinting in the morning light. The leopard charges from the right, muscles rippling, speed unmatched. A sudden roar echoes as she fires at the leopard, hitting its shoulder. The snake retreats, but remains coiled, ready to strike again. Hyenas momentarily pause, calculating, waiting for her next move. She grabs a flare, igniting it to blind the predators. The leopard leaps into the air, avoiding the flare, landing silently. She darts into the cabin, locking the door, breathing hard. Inside, weapons and knives are spread across the table for quick access. Hyenas claw at the cabin walls, snarls rising. The snake slithers beneath the door, its head peeking menacingly. She grabs a knife, waiting for the right moment. The leopard circles outside, tail flicking, eyes piercing the shadows. Hyenas attempt to flank the cabin, testing her defenses. She throws a makeshift firebomb, smoke and sparks filling the air. The predators hesitate, but the threat lingers. The snake retreats into foliage, reappearing silently elsewhere. The leopard growls low, moving closer to the window. She fires again, narrowly missing but causing a yelp of pain. Hyenas regroup, forming a semicircle, showing coordinated strategy. She watches the jeep parked nearby, planning her next move. The leopard leaps onto a tree branch, readying another ambush. The snake drops from above onto her table, sending weapons clattering. She rolls away, grabbing her rifle and firing at the snake, stunning it. Hyenas pause, the sound of gunfire keeping them cautious. She rushes outside, aiming at the leopard, taking precise shots. The leopard retreats slightly, reassessing, injured but alive. Hyenas advance slowly, each step deliberate and terrifying. She jumps into her jeep, starts the engine, revving loudly to scare them off. The leopard watches from the shadows, stalking silently. Hyenas retreat temporarily, deciding patience is safer. She drives slowly through the forest, keeping eyes on all sides. The snake reappears, blocking her path, coiling aggressively. She swerves, narrowly avoiding it, heart racing. The leopard jumps onto a branch above the jeep, hissing, claws ready. Hyenas follow, circling her from behind. She slams the brakes, fires a flare into the jungle, smoke billowing. The leopard recoils, hyenas pause, the snake retreats into darkness. She speeds up, leaving the clearing, adrenaline flooding her veins. The forest seems endless, shadows dancing in the headlights. The leopard keeps its distance, stalking silently, as if calculating the next move. Hyenas regroup, circling the perimeter, growls echoing. She fires warning shots, forcing them back temporarily. The snake appears again on a fallen log, eyes fixed, ready to strike. She jumps from the jeep briefly, tossing a flare, burning the snake's path. The leopard hisses, jumps down to the jungle floor, moving closer. Hyenas pause, unsure how to proceed with smoke and chaos. She drives towards a cliff edge, using the terrain to her advantage. The snake hisses loudly, retreating into thick bushes. The leopard is momentarily blinded by flare reflection in water puddles. She speeds into dense fog, disappearing from the predator's sight. Hyenas lose visual contact, growls fading in the mist. The leopard stalks silently, senses acute, tail twitching. She parks briefly, listening for predators, her heartbeat loud. The snake slithers near the jeep, coiling aggressively, but keeps its distance. She fires a controlled shot, sending the snake retreating deeper. The leopard circles from the shadows, cautious after the flare attack. Hyenas return, but maintain distance, patience testing her. She climbs a small hill, a vantage point revealing the jungle canopy. The leopard pauses, locking eyes with her in a tense standoff. She reloads quietly, calculating her next move. Hyenas howl, announcing their presence, breaking the eerie silence. The snake disappears under foliage, watching carefully. The leopard leaps towards a tree, readying another ambush. She fires, wounding the leopard again and forcing it to retreat. Hyenas growl, retreating slightly after witnessing her precision. She breathes deeply, adrenaline settling, eyes scanning for movement. The forest returns to silence, predators hidden but watching. She looks back at her cabin, exhausted but alive. The jungle tested her, and she survived. When the jungle finally fell silent, it was not because the danger had vanished. It was because it had chosen to wait. She stood there, motionless, listening to her own breath echo louder than the forest itself. The cabin behind her bore the scars of the night, scratches in the wood, broken glass, claw marks that told a story no human voice ever could. Every mark was proof that survival had come at a cost, not measured in blood alone, but in fear, exhaustion, and the quiet realization that the jungle never truly releases those who enter it. Out here, strength is not about domination, it is about endurance. She had lived alone for years, believing isolation was protection. The cabin, the weapons, the jeep, each had given her a sense of control. But the predators that stalked her that day did not care about human rules. The hyenas moved with intelligence, testing her limits. The black leopard hunted with patience, precision, and silence. The snake struck without warning, reminding her how quickly life could end. They were not villains, they were the jungle itself. And for the first time, she understood the truth she had long ignored. Survival in the wild is never about winning, it's about lasting longer than fear. As the adrenaline faded, pain crept in. Her hands trembled, not from weakness, but from the release of tension held too long. Every muscle ached, every breath burned, yet she remained standing, not because she had defeated the predators, but because she had refused to surrender to panic. Fear had visited her many times before, but never like this. This time, fear had teeth. This time, it had eyes watching from the dark. She looked toward the trees, knowing they were still there. Somewhere beyond the fog, beyond the shadows, the jungle continued to move. predators would hunt again, the forest would reclaim its sameds, and tomorrow it would be as if none of this had ever happened. Except it had happened, and it had changed her. The jungle does not test the strongest first. It tests the ones who stay, the ones who believe they understand it, the ones who think preparation is enough. That night taught her that no amount of weapons can replace awareness, no shelter can guarantee safety, and no human can ever truly control the wild. But it also taught her something else. Courage is not loud. Courage is loading a rifle with shaking hands. Courage is stepping outside when every instinct screams to hide. Courage is choosing to move forward when standing still feels safer. She did not